Good morning, chat. Oop. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We got a double stream today. Double session. All right. Zoom. Sorry, I forgot. Good morning, Manuel. Cian, Bruno, what's up? Wick, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's going on, Jay? Mooney, what's up? Beautiful day. All right. Just you guys like this music? You guys want faster paced music? What do you guys think? Bossman CEO. What's up, man? Stream just started. Share background colors. Yeah, for what? My MT5, or you want my MT5 colors, or you want my TradingView colors? TradingView? Alright, give me 1 second. I messed up. Hold on. You said you want TradingView colors? Right here. Those, I think it's default. And then damn, I damn goofed up. I spilled coffee. Then you got, I think these are just like regular shits. I don't think I changed much here. It's just symbols. I have regular default, and then I think when it comes to how do I view my background? Canvas? Oh, right here. So I have it on gradient. These are all the same though. It's like the default color for sure. Hold on, I'm gonna get paper towels. Give me 1 second. I might goofed up. Oh, man. Luckily, I got 2 mouse bets. Alright. Chat, good morning. We're about to get started here. Coffee before 9? But this is like, you're right. Alright. Chat, let's get started here. Is my Discord, everything good here? Okay, cool. Everything is good. What's up, Reggie? Alright. So, let's see what we got today. So, big day today. It is FOMC. So, FOMC at, I think, 2 p.m. Eastern. So, in about 6 hours, we'll have FOMC. We'll be here on this session probably until around 10, 11. But yeah, FOMC. And I think that's it for the week. Tomorrow is a lie. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I thought for some reason tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow you have interest rates for the pound. So if you're trading like GJ, that should be pretty important to pay attention to. Core PC price index, advanced GDP. Yeah, so you got some stuff tomorrow, and then Friday you got ISM manufacturing PMI, ISM manufacturing prices at 10. So yeah, FOMC, pretty important folder today. Something you really want to be aware of, even if you're not trading it. Just be aware that at 2 p.m. if you are in any trades, there should be some more volume coming in. So yeah, so let's see what we can do today. It looks like the daily yesterday closed bearish below the range for the first time. I think what's important is that it's the first time since you've had this continuation after the pullback where this is actually starting to break out of this range, right? So this is the range you're in, and you're kind of like looking to see if this could get a continuation of this initial push that started in I guess beginning of the year. You kind of already came down or prior, but in March, right? March, April for the most part as came down, pull back in April, range in April, and then now you're breaking out below the range again. So the question becomes like, can you now make your way down towards this towards the bottom of the range, right? If so, are you gonna get a correction of this range and then maybe even feel the wick and make new lows, right? I think you have this monthly kind of closure in about 2 days on the monthly. So yeah, there's a chance you can close probably like, there's a chance you can probably close a little bearish. I don't know if you can fill the wick. The wick is like 4,000 more pips to go, right? So FOMC is gonna be pretty important, because if you do fill that wick is also, go back on the 4-hour time frame, it's also the bottom of the range. So if this is like the first time you're breaking out on a daily, or if you end up filling the rest of the range, that is going to be your monthly wick fill. All right, obviously 2 days left, so who knows? Maybe FOMC will pick up in volume today and give us some type of push, and then the next 2 days following today continues, right? Or tomorrow's last day of the month. So yeah, that can happen. If not, then you could get a leg count closure. Maybe you might even close bullish for the month. Who knows? 1 day and 9 hours basically to go. But yeah, that's kind of what we have here. First daily closure below. Again, that could still be, there's still a slight possibility this can be like a fake out, especially if you start like closing back into the range here. If you start closing back into the range, then that could be a fake out to come back up to the top of the range, towards these areas. Still a possibility, right? This can just be like if that were to happen, this right here could just be somewhat of a higher low. So you really want to be aware of that. That's why it's called a first breakout, right? First breakout could lead to a fake out. Always key to know and understand. But as long as you continue getting structure on a smaller time frame, you're usually able to tell whether like it's gonna continue driving down or if we're gonna come back to the top of the range. You know what I mean? So if the 4-hour time frame starts to, or the daily here starts to closes below these ranges, and then you think that okay, maybe this could be a fake out. Right, so maybe you can get like, let's say the bombed range was here on the daily. Let's say you say, okay, it could be a fake out. Well, if you end up coming up here on a small time from like the 4, right, like this, and then you just continue holding that zone, and then instead you get continuations down now to retest the lows, then that right there is your lower high. So then that makes the higher chance that, okay, cool, now you have lower highs. The chances of you getting a fake out is a lot less, because why did you come up if you couldn't just continue up? It's like you came up, come back down and re-break the lows, that's like your lower high. And then below here you have just continuations like straight down towards 4420, 4400, right? And then eventually daily candle or daily monthly wick fill, right? So that's how you're able to tell in a small time frame. So it's just like trying to understand a higher time frame, but also utilizing the smaller time frame to get to the higher time frame as well is very key. But looking at price right now, it looks like we're just in this range here around the 1-hour time frame between like 4609 to 4558. I think this is a 500 pip range. So yeah, it's not too bad, but yeah, it's not too bad. You have some levels here you can probably place. So on daily, I see something right across going there. I think that is going to be pretty valid. Let's see, a 1-hour time frame, how valid is this? And look left too, like you can see like there's a lot of stuff going on, right? Like there's like some minor levels here, more zones like right here, more zones coming down over here, more zones over here. Like you got a lot of stuff on the way down as you approach the next zones. I think each range is around 500 pips. This is 500, 600. Yeah, it's a lot of range, so it's fine. But you are gonna bump into some minor zones on the way down. Yeah, I think we'll leave it like this. So I'll leave like 4633 as like a resistance. So as long as you hold that area, price is still below the daily ranges, therefore high chance that price could continue down, right? So 4633, the chance you might get a top wick a little like right around here to match up this wick. If you do come down though, 4617, I'm gonna mark that up too just in case. Next support zone is gonna be this light is in my eye. All right, so yeah, like 45.57153, that could be something next. Let's see what else is there. 45.34, 45.15. I think this is also a leg count from yesterday, right? Am I tripping? Bottom wick, leg candle. Then you got the bottom of the range, maybe a little higher, below to match up with these wicks. This one, and this one, and this one, and this one, not this one, and this one. You can probably put that around here. Also a gap right here, makes sense. Yeah, I think this would be my zone. So I'll put like 45.24 next. So the range from where you are right now to that area isn't too far, right? But I guess this is where you run into some traffic, so you want to be aware of that. Next zone is going to be 46.23. I wonder if you can get first pop down today, you can get a wick entry buy then, because that yellow zone I marked up was a potential top wick zone. right? So if you don't get any top wicks in that area, it's fine. Or let's say you don't get any top wicks at all, and this the first thing it does here is just continues to push down. This will be the first breakout. Obviously, you're kind of already coming down from Asian, but like, what are the chances we'll be directional before FOMC? So if we get, or even if we are directional for FOMC, what are the chances that you get a top wick, especially the next major zone? So 45.24, if you come straight down, I think we're only like 300 pips away. It looks a lot closer now, 4 hour time frame, but 300 pips away. First pop down, I wonder if we can get a wick entry buy at 45.25, right? To kind of retest the highs here, because even if you don't continue to break through and drive, I'm expecting like this at least, lower highs to then continue, right? In those areas especially, because you run into a lot of traffic here. 46 is one, 45.09 or 45.24, 45.88, 44.88, 44.32. Like, you have a bunch of levels on the way down, and this is the first breakout on a smaller time from below this range here. So first break can lead to a fake out, or in other words, lower highs before it makes the decision on where it wants to go, right? Because it can come down and just reject, for all I know, to get a top wick at the yellow zone before coming down again, right? Because you could be missing a top wick between like 46.17 to 46.33. We don't know for sure, but if you get a continuation down first, we're expecting something like this before coming down, or again before creating higher lows to continue back up, right? Who knows, maybe it might not ever continue down today, might just come off from here. But those are the different, I guess, idea that we may have right now. Wick entry buy is pretty possible. I'm thinking directional sells probably gonna be more so below like 44.82. Yeah, below here probably 44.73 could be the continuation of wick entry sells. Or what am I saying? Not wick entry sells, continuation of the sells, just regular breakouts. I wouldn't take a breakouts here, maybe below here, but we'll see how it gets down there. You want to see it come down and then create structure. Reason why we want the wick entry buys too, right? So if it does come down and then just continues to hold that resistance, then yeah, ideas for sells could be valid, especially if you had lower high or something below. Make sense? And I think below 44.73, that requires probably less structure, because then you'll be able to break through. You'll be able to break through this range. You'll be able to break through this range, and then you'll be able to break through this range. So break through 3 ranges at that point, it's like heavily bearish. You're just gonna look for much lighter confirmations to continue down. And then yeah, for buys, I mean, we're kind of far from those ideas, I'll say. Probably won't be until at least above like 47.12 or something probably. So yeah, we'll get back on that later. All right. Yes, I use Blueberry, man. Dude, last night during Asian, I was in positions and I let chat and other people's opinion get to me. My analysis, I closed BE and price drove 150 pips afterwards, no pullback. Yeah, man, forget everyone's opinions, you know? Everyone's gonna always say their own like reasoning as to why they're entering. But here's the thing, you don't know, you never really know why they're entering. You just hear the words like, oh, I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna sell, right? But the reasons to why they entered, how they entered, what they're trying to target, like when they're in the buy, they could be looking for like 2 pips, who knows? All right, so you always gotta just trust your analysis, because you know your trade best. They don't know your trade. They don't know what you got into. It's not like everyone buys once, everyone sells once, everyone makes money once. It's like, you know, you can buy, someone else can sell. We guys can both make money too. Is Billy Markets legit? I've been using the broker for like years now. I have no issues. Regarding the funded, I don't know much about the funded. I've never made an account to fund it. I don't know. It should be the same thing though, like same company. So it wouldn't scam me on one and not the other. I don't think I've ever heard anyone speak about the funded. All right, let's. Morning, Benzo. Yeah, I don't know much about a funded, but I would assume that if it's like on the same company, they wouldn't. I would assume it would be the same conditions. I don't know. I've never been. I don't trade funded, so. What's up, Jordy? Maybe you gotta contact their contact them and ask, like, tell them your reasons. Chat, how are you feeling this morning, though? Everyone's excited for FOMC. I know everyone got their account lowered up for FOMC. Everyone probably made a main account, and we gonna turn up with buy stops and sell stops. What's it down? Is that coffee? It's Coke. Coke and Pepsi in the morning. No, it's coffee. Are you buying or selling? I actually gotta mark up my zones here too, but we're looking for wick entry buys at 45.24. We're buying for a sell trend, if that makes sense. 45.24, 44.73. $44.73, 909, that's down here. 44.73 is down here. Then you got 46.17, 46.33, 46.17. And then you got 46.33.7. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're looking for wick entry buys. If this can just come straight down without creating any structure, because I would expect like a lower high before coming down further. The leg candle fill to fill the rest of this range, so you can probably get a push. That'd be sweet. Spreads are pretty tight right now too. I noticed that you keep changing lot size. Is it based on the confidence of the trade? No, that's based on risk percentages. So the bigger stops, the smaller the lots I'm gonna have to use. So some stops are different. Some stops are 1800 pips, some stops are 15, some stops are 900 pips, some stops are 800 pips. So based on what my stops are, that gives me a certain lot size. You ever thought about that? Yeah, I mean, with these conditions especially, like, it's like, you can't use the same, I know some people who use like the same stop loss. Like they just be like, oh, I want to risk like 200 pips per trade, but it's a little difficult when conditions are changing, because the same previous 4 hour high is not the same 200 pip stops no more. The same previous 4 hour high now is like 800 pips, for example. So we're in like a pip session, so it doesn't make sense like for me to keep the same lots, because I used to use fixed lots, but then it got to a point now where it's like I can't even have a 400 pip stop loss no more. It's impossible. I mean, we could, but it's not really the same strategy we'll have then for the stops, right? Good morning, Dushan. NT. Yo, what were you doing up at 4 a.m. in the morning, bro? I'm like, how you gonna make the session? You're up to like 4. Canada, man. Canada. Trying to trade Asian. Yeah, I seen the trade, but I was like 4. 4 was like, what time for you? Damn, everyone caught the sells in Asia and London, huh? Or London here? 4 a.m. Savio, Ibiza, Panzo, you guys all caught Asian or London last night. Down, take a trade today. 45.53.9 to target 45.76. I waited for the 1 hour closure above, or I waited for the 1 hour closure below or above 5.4553. With buyer stepping in, so I went long hit my TP. Was this valid? Yeah, I think it was valid. I think it played out. Question is, like, was it part of your playbook? If it wasn't, yeah, it's valid. You hit TP. What do you, like, you know? You hit TP. It's, of course it's valid. It's just like, is it something that you've taken before, right? If it is, no question about it, it's valid for sure. If it's new and you're just testing it out, then you probably need to test it out more, right? But I think you'd be off to a good start then if you already took, if it played out. I don't think that's a bad thing. All right, you got like right here, you got like right around there. That's like that's your 250, 240 pip pop. That's a very good trade. Wick entry buys. Yeah, it's a hard part. Sometimes they don't see what I see, explain would be off-putting because it's not the way they trade. Yeah, but you know, like, I think my trading got a little better when I stopped trying to explain every single thing I do to everybody. Like, I tried to explain my trade ideas, but I'm not trying to like convince, you know? Like, you shouldn't be trying to convince anybody to take your trades because there's no point. Like, people are gonna take their own positions anyways. But even on stream, like, I'm not here like it's usually like if this is something that I'm looking forward to today, that's what I'll sit and wait patiently for. If it's not, then I won't even like look two ways at it, right? And then you'll see me take it or you see me not take it, but you shouldn't like try convincing everybody to convince that your trade's gonna play out. Yeah, you're just wasting your energy too. Because then you really only mess up your own trading. Y'all talking about blueberries still? Chat, who here trades blueberry? Have your withdrawals been fine? Like, I've never had any issues with blueberry withdrawals. Fundeds, I don't know about. Like, I don't have experience. I only speak on what I experience. Never an issue with blueberry markets. Yeah. If you have an issue, then just all I do is contact them. Cause I ain't get paid enough to look at this chat and try to like defend them like this, you know? So you gotta take this convo into their contacts and contact them, hit them up. Because I ain't dealing with this in the morning. I'm here to trade. Oh, you real blueberry 2 wicked? I didn't know that. Don, if 4 hour flips bullish, then create a support. Is there a probability to push higher? If the 4 hour candle flips to bullish, then creates a support. If the 4 hour candle flips bullish, a candle wouldn't determine if you have support though. It's about the ranges. Like, if it ends up looking like this, I'll say something along the lines of like, It may not be a problem now, but it'll be a problem for later, because it's not a candle that determines a support. It's if candles align with a zone. I think these ranges down here are more so of areas. This is like the middle of the range, meaning that if you close bullish, it could be like a small time for support, sure, but there's still a high probability, or somewhat of a probability, that you can still create a steeper bottom wick like this. And if that's the case, then this right here is not support. This right here is a lower high, and then you could get continuation from there. So you don't want to confuse one bullish candle with like a support. Sometimes it's like it comes down to where you are on the chart, like where are you on within the ranges, right? So you gotta look at that too. You can't just go based off of one candle here. $10K to have blueberry. Yeah, I'm sure there's people in the chat with like similar balances or more. I feel like a lot of people are always paranoid when they deposit into brokers. At the end of the day though, like it's every broker, like there's always risk involved. Like it doesn't matter if it's regulated or non-regulated, like there's always risk to putting money somewhere. I mean, there's a risk of putting money in the bank for all I know, but just read some reviews online and then see like if other people have issues with them, and then go off of that. Good morning, Smart from the city. What's going on, man? Yeah, so damn, why you stop trading a high account last time you making 3K daily? How you know I'm not trading a high account? Damn. It's been a good week. Yeah, it's been pretty chill. It's been pretty chill. Today's Wednesday. You got a double session today. Damn, y'all be questioning me more than the streamers that just show trading view. Damn. You're a Knicks fan? Alright, that's kind of valid. I mean, I was once a Knicks fan too, when they had Jeremy Lin, Carmelo, Amir Stoudemire, J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert. Man, that team was like crazy. Yo, guys, get ready here. You might get a Wick entry buy. Let's see. You got 200 pips to go, though. 200 pips to go until you tap the next zone. Can we get it? Y'all think we can get it today? Landry Fields? Oh, shit. Yeah, don't forget about Landry Fields. He was yo, I used to play 2K. I don't know if it was Landry Fields or Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay was like the glitch in 2K. Rudy Gay and Carmelo Anthony. The amount of game winners Rudy Gay. The amount of game winners Rudy Gay has given me in that game. Oh, Steve Novak. Oh, yeah, that team is stacked. Like, everyone on that team can just shoot. The 11-12 Knicks. The team was stacked. Coming down pretty nicely here. I know you guys are probably wondering why I'm not part of the cells right now. Let's see. Can you get a push? Can you fill the range now? You got 108 pips to go. I think we have... Could it be a little higher? Let's see. What else is there? Maybe. Let's see. Maybe 35 instead could be a thing. Yeah, perhaps 35 could be a thing instead. What are my stops going to be today? TPB around there. How much is that? Well, I mean, we'll try to attempt a runner, but like 180 pip runner here. I think stops will be around 34 or 43, 44. So around 1800 or 1900 pips. I think my lots will have to be maybe a 0.05, I believe. With that stop. So for those that missed the idea, basically just trying to see if we could make our way down here without pulling back. We had 24 zones, and then I have a zone at 35. If you do create lower highs, like these are lower highs, if you like pull back without coming straight down towards the zones, then we'll move it, right? Because then you create more structure. So then the next zone is more likely to break. So then we'll move it back to our original zone. But if you can come down within like one single motion all the way through until 35, that could be our Wick entry buy, right? And then we're looking for a first initial reaction, which means that we're looking for price to come down, tap it, and then reject, right? And then that rejection could lead to continuation, or it could lead to higher lows to continue back up, right? I think what else backs up the idea is just the 1 hour time frame as well. We're looking to see if we can get a steeper 1 hour top wick. That was also another thing we're looking forward to. But yeah, 40, 45, 35, and then we got like 45, 24. Yeah, like 0.4 a lot. I got you at the stream, man. You had a pullback here, so I wonder if we are gonna move this. I think I'll move it down towards 31 for now, and then next up is 24. And then if we're not able to get the wick entries, like let's say it just like blasts through, and then we're below these areas, there's a leg kind of right here that we can take advantage of for sells. If we're able to break through all those areas. Yeah, 31 is next here. So there's a little pullback there, nothing too major of one. But yeah, 31 is next. So that's still like 90 pips below from the break of the lows there. And you have a 4 opening too. So let's see if you get a bottom wick first. We have early volume today too. Like I mean, we just hopped on, but ADM already moving, so that's good for FOMC. What's the move? We're looking for wick entry buys for a lower high to form, or like a before or if it continues down, right? Because we have like target areas, I would say, for like 43, 44, 44, 73. It's just like on the way down. If this is like the first initial move of the day down, we're looking to see if we can be part of the first breakout, which is like wick entry buys, because I'm assuming that price would create some type of like lower highs and structure before it actually makes its way down. But key word is like first initial breakout, because like the only way we can get the wick entry buys is if it's the first initial breakout. If it's not the first initial breakout outside of this range and you create structure, then it's gonna be a little more difficult to take. So it's not so much about like what the bias is today, not so much about how many pips these ranges are. It's like what part of a cycle we're in, right? If you understand that we are just in the range and this is the first breakout, usually what happens on the first breakout is you break out and then you pull back, right? And you would usually see something like this, right? Our level was obviously a little lower than that, but right, you see how you're pulling back here? That's what you want to be in on for the wick entry buys, because you can still continue to get a push down, and this is your lower high, but you're expecting that lower high to be occurred. And if it's not a lower high, then I mean you're in favor anyways, right? You'll come back up for a fake out. So like first breakout is very key below the ranges, and that was kind of what led us to get looking for wick entry buys. I think we're there like maybe like 50 pips away there from breaking the lows before we move it down. But yeah, now you're coming back up to retrace the move again. I think this time it may be a 24 instead. If you get enough structure where, let's say, it comes all the way back up towards like 45.66, if it makes its way up towards that area before it makes its way back down, then we'll just switch over to looking for directional sells, because then that's a very steep wick, right? It's like that is fake out territory, but it doesn't fake out, it holds that zone still, like these zones, then you just, as you break the lows, you see a continuation. So then below like 24 stuff, we'll look for continuation sells, right? And then if it becomes very directional, I'm assuming that's going to be more so below like 44.73. Wick entry sells are going to be valid for that idea now, right? But before price even gets there, it's just like understand market cycles. You're so used to taking certain plays at a certain cycle, right? Right now we're at the liquidity range cycle, so you can take wick entry buys. You can't take wick entry sells yet because liquidity range cycle could still lead to fake outs back up into the top of the range again. If you get continuations of trend down below 44.73, then now what you have is you have continuation, you have drives. When you have drives, what are you looking for? You're looking for just like pullbacks probably, right? Pullbacks, lower highs, and on those lower highs, those are your wick entries to take you back down to retest the lows, because at that point you're driving. But that's when you confirm drives, right? So like before like we even get down there, right, we already have a kind of idea of what it will be. And yeah, that's kind of how things are set up today, for price at least. And then breakout sells again below like 44.24, right? Below those areas if you create structure. But right now we're in the range structure cycle on this like 30 minute time frame. Right, you can even go on like the you can probably even go on the playbook here, and then I think range liquidity leads to breakouts and fakeouts, right? So breakouts and fakeouts, especially fakeouts, that can give you wick entry ideas. And then when you drive, right, that's just like your breakouts. Also your lower highs, wick entry sells too. So that's very valid. That's like how buy and short move. Yeah, that's the 4-hour live, yep. Right here. So let's see, you gotta push down still, like, still possible to get the wick entry buys, right? You gotta push down 180 pips there. So let this drive down 180 pips. What, Don? No, we can't do that. We gotta be part of the move. Yeah, let this drive down 180 pips. If you can drive down 180 pips straight with no pullbacks, those could be your wick entries. Your wick entry buys. Or you can look for the leg candle fill too. It's just that this is the first breakup for me, right? If you got a steeper top wick, for sure I'll look for the continuations. Steeper top wick for show, Top of the morning, man. How's it going? Sub XYZ ABC. Bonjour. Bonjour, je m'appelle. Chat, we're about to hit 2.4 today. 2.4 thousand. $3 more. Y'all think today's the day? Shit, we might hit 2.5 today. Fuck it, we might hit 3K today. Shit, we get to 3K, we can just go full margin. We get to 6K today. 4 more K to 10K. Shit, might as well get to 10K too. Might as well. Like, we're just right there. We're just right there, huh? We're right there. Don, you looking for buys or sells? I'm looking for both. So it just comes down to what comes first here. Which idea comes first, but we have alignment for buys and sells, yeah. Not so much continuation buys yet, but we're getting to buys. Continuation buys won't be until like probably until above like 46.85 or something here. Above there, I think that's when you'll be like really bullish. Below there, you're still really bearish. Whereas chat, it's just us. I think chat kind of disappears whenever they see you and XYZ going at it. You get a little scared. Let's see. Let's see who's really watching the stream. Chat, if you guys are here, type of 1 in the chat. I know a lot of people got the stream muted waiting for a signal, so let's see who's real here. Okay. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 people, 24 chatters. How would he catch a signal on mute? They see this, no? Oh no, they used to see on my trade. I used to show my trading view. Okay, we got some chatters here. Just they chilling though. These locked in. These locked in. Are you looking for a short? Perhaps. I'll say more so below 24. If you get some nice top wicks, I think we could, yeah. We talked once on Twitch chat. Yeah, I remember that. What? What does that mean? I'm afraid. I know guys who watch the stream for years but only type buy. Only type once or twice. Yeah, I don't know. When I watch streams, I don't be typing, so I understand that. I just be watching on silent. Like but when you're a streamer, it feels a little weird. Congrats, my man. Congrats, Jay. Soon I'll be a 2-child father. Man, y'all think we're gonna hit 1 million before before I have a son or a daughter? Who knows? What happened to yesterday's stream, by the way? I didn't even know until I hopped off. I thought I ended the stream. I answered that one question and then it didn't even catch it on camera. Camera turned off. And the stream lagged and I just dipped off. But I said a whole goodbye speech and everything. We even took a trade yesterday, end of stream. You guys caught that? Like right before the stream ended? We got a trade. And then, I don't know, it just lagged for some reason. Even on Discord. You caught it? Yeah, some people caught it. It was a banger. What percentage you make there, XYZ? On that trade? The stream was a banger. Banger trade, banger stream. Hey, if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, man, hit the like button. I appreciate you guys for coming by. DVSO2 out now. Out now in stores. Make sure you purchase my album, DVSO2. Deluxe coming soon. Hey, did anyone get a playlist for me yesterday? What's up? It's Jay. Jay the signal caller is here. Jaya the signal caller. Oh, we're coming. We're pushing. Let me guess, Jaya. You're looking for sales now, right? Okay, get ready, guys. 45.24. Just a reminder, that's what we're looking for the zone. If you don't get a pullback here, if you don't get a rebreak of the highs, if you get a rebreak of this high, it might be GG's though, because you're gonna create a steeper top wick. So then wick entry buys could be a little more difficult. But if you can come straight down here towards 24.69, then there is a possibility that we can get some wick entry buys. How far was it away from 31 just now? 31 was approximately 25 pips away. So we'll monitor this. We'll pay close attention to how far this kind of rejects, but it may look like if you get a flip on this 1 hour candle again, it may look like GG's for the wick entry buys. We're gonna have to start looking for the wick entry sells, or continuation of sells, not wick entry sells yet. Wick entry sells won't be until below like 44.73, but yeah, look, Jay, the signal caller. Yep. Let me guess. You just got in buys, right? You got in buys and you just closed, right? Let me guess. You're looking for sells now, right? Let me guess. So his lot was 0.4, 0.5, 0. I think 0.0, 0.05. Wait, 1900, 0.05. Yeah, 1900, 0.05 seems about right. Because 0.04 we did last time at 2200. So, yep. What's secular music? I've been listening to Drizzy. Is it a short or long? 45.24 will be a long position. Wick entry buys is what we're looking for. But we want to pay attention here to these pullbacks here. Very key. Came really close. You still got to push like 90 more pips on the breakout lows. It's basically this zone right here, this gray box that I have here. And I think we're looking for maybe like from here up until here. That's around 110 pips. You can probably stretch the TP. I think right there would be pretty fair. 110 pips from 24 up to 36, 120-ish, around there. BEs will be probably like right off the bat. B's will probably be like 27. So 27 and 35. I want to make sure I mark that up. 27, 35. And that would be around TP, right? So you said you're struggling here. This acts as like a very weak minor support, right? So if you do push through, you get a pullback, this is your resistance now. So TP is gonna be roughly there. You could try extend it if you want to, but I don't think I'll be too aggressive to understand that this is still bearish, right? Because it's not a directional move we're looking for here. But it is a wick entry, so it'll still give you that range and that pop. Get ready here though. We could give you a quick pop straight down here. 24 is 100 pips away. It just requires 1 minute candle. NYC open is 6 minutes as well, so could be before. But yeah, hopefully no more top wicks here. I think if the 5 minute flips there, that might be it for that wick entry. Bye. basically everything that I listen to. Shit. I'm just listening to whatever Universal puts into my ears. Whatever Lucian Grange puts into my ears. Don't want to keep dropping to my TP. Don't go up yet. I think you'll be good here. I think you got another 100 pips to go here to 24. Right? Is the leg candle filled yet? No. Yeah. So if not 100, at least like another 59 pips to go from where you are. I think that'll break. Probably like you won't struggle until 27. It looks like it 27, 28 zone. So you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Re-breaking here. If we get more pullbacks, chat, we'll move it down again, but 44.94 is kind of far next. 44.94 is like roughly there. That's your next leg candle area. For sure, for sure. Let's see, can we get a drop? Yeah, rest of the leg candle here, which is going to be another 55 pips. And then below there, you got 30 pips. So you don't want to see pullbacks here, right? Slowing down a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Still has a lot of volatile momentum. You have 2 minutes for the NYC open, so that should pick up. And then perhaps maybe on the opening of the 30-minute candle. 30-minute leg candle, bottom wick first, wick entry buys. Let's see, imagine you get a leg candle fill too. So I'm just gonna mark up these areas just in case. So let's say we get an entry at 24, 27 is BE, 29 is trail stops, and then we just trail as we go up. Let's get a runner though. When was the last time we had a runner on stream here? What do you guys consider a runner? Like above your average pips, right? I think last time we got a runner was April 7th. April 7th was our last runner. 100 pips. 40 pips. Like a mini runner, not really. March 20th, y'all remember that day? That day was insane. But 4 days later, we got another runner, 99. 57, I'll say it's a runner too. But we haven't had a runner since, yeah, April 7th. So the whole month, basically, no runners. Right, obviously no direction for us to get runners too. So that's also another thing. So don't get too upset. With yourself. Chat say no more pullbacks. Let's see, can we get a straight pop? 30-minute leg candle could be a thing here, but Yeah, you already pushed down so far in the minute candle here, like literally 50 pips. So can you get another 50 pip pop? 24. How far is that? 66 pips away. So yeah, 0.05 lot for me, as we discussed earlier. Can we get a pop? 29 tap, but we're looking for 24.69. These other zones are just our trail stops and BE zones. So they could be reaction zones too, right? Because they are zones based off of something. Looks like 29 got tapped there. So this is a pretty steep pullback. Yeah, that might be it for the Wick entry buy, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think what's next might be continuation sells, because you have pullbacks on the opening of the 30-minute candle too, right? Or the previous one, you had another pullback right after the first breakout. So it would have been nice if you broke below 554 and just came straight down here, but continuation sells are not bad too, right? But I think that might be it for Wick entry buys. I think next Wick entry buy zone for me is going to be like 44.95. That could be your next zone. That's really far still. All right. So if we get continuations here, I'll say, I think below 45.21 would be something. Below 45.21 till 45.10, you have like a 94 pip range there. I think I'll wait for this range to kind of break out first. I need volume to kind of pick up here. It's been okay. It's not bad. On the way down, you had a clean push here, a little bit of struggle here. So I just need to confirm you have volume, and that'll be when you get like an actual bearish count that rips through this range here. So then below 45.21 will be your continuation, sir. Below there, going straight down towards 45.10. But there's been too many pullbacks for us to take the Wick entry buys, right? The idea is first initial entry. You're on like your second, third initial entry, because look, all the rejections you've had so far, right? Reactions here, reactions here, reactions here. It's like those are your Wick entry buys. All right, this pullback 70, this pullback 60, this pullback like 50, right? So that's a lot of lower highs now too. But yeah, below 21, he won't be too bad. $6.2. What else I got? No, I got 17. I got 516. Okay, 516 could be like some type of minor support on the way down. Yeah, 16, that area runs some trouble. So yeah, you want to see this like pop below, like really pop below 21, right? Like you want to see it kind of glitch through and then wait for the pullback, because you could reject this zone. It's a heavy zone. And once you get the pullback, the rebreakout lows. But I think on the way down, we're just gonna let this drive. I have no ideas in this area. Only the Wick entry buys we had here. We're close. Just be a bit patient here, okay? It's NYC open. Just opened up 4 minutes ago, and you've done a lot so far. Already pushed down, already got a pullback, right? Pop like down 90 pips here. So be a bit patient here. Actually, maybe 16 is pretty heavy. 16. How far is that? If you re-break the lows here, 16 is 130. I think 16 is also the gap. Could it be a 16 wick entry buy still? Because now you're into this range. You've mirrored this range of 16. You get a reaction there. I think that's possible. 16.084. Maybe it could be one more idea here. 45.16. Still 180 pips below, right? The longest stretch you move for within like one consistent candle here has been like maybe 100. And this right here is 150, but this took like 3-4 candles to come down. Yeah, 45.16 could be some. Because we're still, even for the sells, if we're looking for sells there too, we're still looking for the price to break below that area and then come back, pull back, and then look for the sells for continuation, right? So we can take advantage of that first initial entry down to 16 still. I think that's still possible. And I think stops are a lot tighter too, or not a lot, but a little tighter. I think I'll use the same lots though. 2100. We'll move it down towards 4300 for stops. Yeah, 0.05 should be valid still. For a leg candle body there too, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think mainly because there's also a gap here too. Oh, nah, yeah, there's a gap here. Where is it? What did I see it on? Was it the 4-hour time from earlier? Right here? Around like 16. It could be a 20 zone. It could be a 20 zone, but I'm gonna leave like somewhere in between probably. Just need to see a pop down towards that area. It should be clean traffic here too. Like this is all clean to the left here. Let's see, get ready here guys. It just needs to push 110, so could be right there before your eyes. And we might have a little bit of earlier entry. Just wait for that first pop, right? If you're in DVSL 1, you have no delay. If you're on YouTube, then when it comes to wick entry buys and sells, it could be a little more delayed for you guys. So just keep that in mind. Just BEs in case there's a delay. I think right here would be a pretty good BE. Right above will be a good trail stops. And then we'll just continue trailing. $45.16, can we get it? 90 more pips there. Approaching the next minor support. One more push. One strong pop here. Get ready, guys. It takes one push. No pullbacks. 45.16. Not here. Don't mind these zones there. Can we get it? 5, 4, 3, 2, one more push. And pop. Where's that pop? Hold on. One more push. Right here. You ready? All right. Chat. Wick entry buys there. Where was our TP again? I think it was like somewhere. Sorry, let me just look for TPs. I think we have BE zones, but I don't know about TP. Yeah, 45.36 could be TP. Just remember, BE zones are gonna be at around 45.21. So now that is BE. Trail stops. Just trail. We get a runner. No runners. All right, we'll take it. We will take that. That is 14 pips. So not too crazy. Not too crazy. But yeah, I'll take it. I was hoping we get a runner. The spread, I think spreads are pretty wide here, so then there's a chance you can probably get a steeper bottom wick here. Probably it didn't come off as hard after the wick entry buys. But yeah, we'll take it. I don't know why in my head I thought that was like 25-30. I think because we intend to enter around like 16 zones. But then I was like, wait for the pop. We can get an earlier entry here, right? But that was exactly 14.9 pips, so 15 pips. Nothing too crazy, but one of the few ideas that we had this morning when we broke down gold from the morning. I think percentage wise we did there, what was that? Still early, chat. There could be another trade too. Really depends on volume and price here, but I think what's next below 16 is gonna be continuations. So we're gonna journal up obviously, and then wait for price to actually come back below 16, break that, hold that, and then eventually below there you have continuation all the way down to 44.95 and all of that, right? But this is gonna be a pretty tough area to break. So if it can push through there, maybe we'll even get wick entry sells for the day, you know what I mean? Yeah, 745. What did I get there? What did you guys get there? Yeah, we got like 0.30%. Nothing too crazy there, really. 0.30%. So like only, not only, but 1% for the week so far is what we did so this week. And then let's go to journal itself. Oh, that was like, wasn't too short of a trade. That was like 37 seconds, right? I think that was enough time. And there's a little bit of drawdown too. So if you had a later entry, then I think you would have had a better entry than us, than me. That was at 9:40. New York. Gold, buys, liquidity, wick entries. The thing about the wick entries too is that you don't have to be perfect all the time, because you're looking for more so, you're focused more so on the idea rather than the exact entry point. Obviously you want to be near that idea or near that entry point, but it's the idea of like you need a top wick before continuing down, for instance, right? Is like what we're looking for. Now what was that, 9:40? It's not bad. Earlier trade today. We haven't had a 9 a.m. trade since like mid-April. Bearish buys today. Normals, buys, liquidity, 4-hour time frame, wick entries, 4, TP 1. $0.05 lots, 7.45 we did. If you guys enjoyed that trade, leave a like button. I appreciate you guys being here. More trades to come. Looks like more trades to come for sure. Pips wise, 14.9. Drawdown there. We had, how much drawdown was there? 21. Nothing too crazy, right? That lasted like a split second. And then max profits, we got, I was hoping for a little more, but 23. And then trail stop loss hit on the minute. Trail stop loss 14.9. All right, cool. So yeah, journal's up to date, I believe. I gotta add this percentage though. So we did 0.30. So let's put 0.30%. And yeah, let's see where we can go now. All right, so for continuations, you want to see breaks below 16. You got the break below 16. You want to see this pullback now, right? You want to see this pullback now. So let me just delete these zones for you guys. You want to see this pullback. You could pull back to 36. You can pull back to 27, right? But those are the zones you kind of want to be aware of. And I wonder if this is going to be, oh man, this might be good. So if you actually have a breakup below 16, could you get wick entry sells prior to below 44.95? Because if you think about it, you haven't really had a pullback yet, right? Like these are just like very minor pullbacks on the way down. Like nothing has been liquidity, nothing has been crazy. So if you do get a correction, let's say you get a push up now towards these areas, could you get wick entry sells? Because you're expecting higher lows to continue up, or continuation down, and this is a lower high. This is your liquidity lower high. If you get like a steeper top wick, could we get wick entry sells? Right? So we'll find out. If it pushes through here, it pushes through below 44.95, you can always still take continuations, right? You have a leg candle right here approaching right now too, so you're approaching the body area. You could expect a little bit of a slowdown, especially since it's a higher time frame. But yeah, if you continue to hold below that body area, the rest of the wick should be filled, right? But remember, if you get a pullback here, because I don't think that was a pullback, I don't think this is a pullback, I don't think these were pullbacks here. But if you do get, let's say, a steeper top wick now, first initial reactions after the lower highs, could you get wick entry sells, right? To then continue its trend down, or maybe to start correcting the entire move pre-FOMC, right? Because yeah, remember, like price doesn't just go down forever. There's gotta be places where it stops at, takes a little breaks at to catch its breath, you know? Little water break, little snack break before it continues on to where it wants to go next. And then maybe during that break, it'll think about its life a little bit, and then it'll decide to change direction. It'll be like, you know what? I don't want to go down anymore today. I want to go back up, you know? So that's why these heavy zones like support and resistance are very important to pay attention to. You know what I mean? Yeah, Reggie, I did say it might be a little earlier. I was waiting for that one pop below. Once you got that one pop, that's when I was like, okay, cool. Let's grab it. All right. But it's not always gonna be like exactly right on. Let me put trade stake in here. Joe, you can get 100 likes? I know y'all want some runners, but hey, we still got a lot in the session to go. We got 78 likes though. Thank you. Oh, look, we're pulling back right now, right? So where is that next wick entry zone? So yeah, it's like minor resistance here. You got some more up here. So I like to go on like the higher time frame right now and mark them up. So 4 hour time frame right now, for instance, top wicks in these areas, top wicks up here, You got more topic zones up here as well. You go into small time frame and then you just align them to like whatever matches the small time frame ideas. So I wouldn't use 25. I think that's a little too useless. I think 25, if it comes up to that area, I don't think it'll change much because you're still within the ranges. Maybe between 25 and 38 though could be something. So is there anything I'm missing? Perhaps here. Yeah, I think right there makes a lot of sense. 34, if you come up towards 34, 104 more pips on the break of the highs. Wick entry sells right away on the way down. Chat, y'all remember this day? Oh man, we took a trade here before. Look, we took this we took the sell here before. I wonder what day that was. Yes. Okay. Check your email. And then there should be instructions, and then you should get added to the roles. And then just check your emails. You should have access right away. And then yeah, try now. And then regarding the Discord, here. One second, chat. Let me just do this real quick. Devs are on it. Cool. Chat, it could be another trade today, okay? Still very early as an early trade. Worst case, you know, we'll be here double session today, but I'm still actively hunting. I know you guys are used to me taking one trade, but some days we have more, you know, some days it's just one. But today it looks like it moved early, so I don't see why, like, because I don't even know if this is going to be, if that was all, you know, we might even move a lot more than what you've already done in the morning. Check your email again too. But yeah, you should be all set now. Yo, chat, I watched y'all watched the Michael movie, the Michael Jackson movie. I watched it. I watched it yesterday. Should I? Yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it. Chat, get ready. We're actually close here. I didn't think we'll be this close. 85 pips away. Could be a back-to-back banger. Check your email, sir. Chat, get ready here, guys. 45.34. I didn't think we were going right away, but oh, lot size, you're right. I think stops will be, holy, we have stops for days. We can go on. No, I think probably 47.11, 1700. So I think 0.06 lot will be valid here. 0.06 lot. You want to see constant pops here, guys. So like on the way up here, if you start to see like structure, like see how it's creating a higher low, this is okay for now. But if you decide to like come down a lot further like this, right, something like that, and then it comes up again, then you're creating a bit more structure. So then we're gonna move this zone up from 34 up towards like 42 or something next, right? 46. We'll find more minor zones on the way up. But you don't want to see pullbacks, right? Because you want to be part of the first initial reaction for this move. All right, so you got a little pullback here. I think this is there anything else here to the left? 34 is off of the 4 hour time from earlier. What if we move it up towards 36? Is that a difference? What's this? Could it be 40? What else do we got? 40, pretty cool. Yeah, 40, 46. I think 40 is pretty valid here. Yeah, 40. Close there. That was close. That was maybe, I think we were like 50 pips away there. Yeah, that was close. But I think 40 next means stops might be a little smaller. I think go from like 1500 to maybe 1400. Or maybe this might be it. Who knows? If it doesn't come up again, then this is now gonna be good too, right? So this is not a bad thing, because then this is like a lower high. So if you come down again, this is a lower high. This is more structure added onto it for a continuation. Should be good now. Yeah, the process should get smoother as we go. It was a little chaotic on the first day of launch. Yeah, y'all watch Michael? You see, been listening to Michael's song all day now. Yeah, chat, y'all watch Michael? Who here lived in the Michael's era? How was it? Like, y'all think he was like bigger than y'all think he was bigger than Yeet? I think Yeet was like definitely like, yeah, had a much more pull nowadays, you know? Yeah, the actor's nephew. I saw it yesterday. Bro, Michael be floating though. Like when he dances, it's just like, it doesn't even look like he's actually dancing. It just looks like he's like just magic. It's hard to say because back then there was no social media, only TV. Yeah, but his pole was insane. Like he had the whole, like he literally had the whole world in his hands. Like the whole world, like every country knew him. His pole was insane, man. Yeah, do you guys think we'll ever get another Michael? Or like an artist as big as Michael? It's a little tough now. I feel like it's like there's just so many I remember in the movie he was like, I want to be I don't want to do no interviews. I want to come off as mysterious. First thing I thought about was Mr. Cardi over here. Yeah, Michael Jackson. Ease, are you still in here, Ease? I just want to confirm, does your Discord start with a T? Because I want to make sure I'm not giving access to the wrong person. I think you should be set though, that was you. Okay, cool. Should be set then. Yeah, I said no one ever come close to MJ. So who's the closest? Who you guys think's the closest to MJ right now? Like right now in music. It's gotta be like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift for like the closest. Who else is there? Who else? Like I don't even think Drake, because Drake's like North America, really. I guess Taylor Swift's kind of North America too. Speed. Oh yeah, Speed. I show Speed. I think I show Speed. That's pretty valid. But Speed's not an artist, but yeah, Speed pretty global. ADI, you could click on the next person's stream, man. Ain't nobody forcing you to click on this stream. You know, you can just click X, top right. I'm leaving the stream. And click X and leave. Yay and Michael, where's the music? Where'd it go? Yay, yay, like in terms of like ambition, but Prince. I wonder if Prince was gonna be in part 2 of the movie. Oh shit, no spoilers. Damn, 90% increase in streaming after the film's release. Bro, his poll was so big that he has, there's gonna be 2 movies. Like not like one movie can't capture like how big he was. So I don't know, cause I didn't grow up to Michael. When I started listening to music was when Michael died. How old MJ died? I was 8. I was 8 years old. It was like didn't he die in 2008? The recession? During the recession, June or something. Buzz one? Hey, when we get to 1 million on this account, man, I'm gonna pull out all the moves. We're gonna do some crazy. Or it's 2009? Yeah, it was 2009, that was 9. I remember coming from school and there was like, it was on TV. It's like MJ died. When did Steve Jobs die? 2009 too? Holy, we lost 2 GOATs in 1 year. Is that when Steve Jobs died, Chad? Or was it 2011? Oh, Chris Brown. Yeah, Chris Brown was pretty. $125x platinum. No, we were talking about Chris Brown's dancing. It was close to Michael's. All right, 10 a.m. here. What's gonna happen? 1 hour opening, bottom wick first. It looks like if you flip and re-break the highs, you could get a steeper top wick. So let's start planning out these wick entry sell ideas here, guys. I think we found a pretty valid level today for like wick entry buys, right? Like it's roughly where we're still ranging at. You know what I mean? And it was just off of like a major support zone at 45.16. Now I don't know if it's gonna hold the rest of the day. I still think there's a very high chance it can still continue down, but it is a zone that price has to like take a little break at, pause at before it decides on what it wants to go, where it wants to go next. So from here, it can literally take off above, but don't think that because it's taken up above, it's gonna just drive up. You gotta remember, like the higher time frame is still bearish, so it can take off, but that can be a top wick to go back down. All right, so that's like our idea behind the wick entry sells at those zones, because you want to see volume up, no pullbacks, top wick for like a price to come back down to create a higher low, to then continue up or to continue down. We don't know that part of it yet, but we know that there is a reaction zone there. the same way there was a reaction zone at 45.16, right? So it's basically similar concepts to what we had earlier. And let's just see how it goes now, right? So you are pushing up here, kind of far still. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I can get in between, but it does look like that could be the zone. Maybe 36, maybe 36. I don't think so. I think 40 at least, like 39 at least. What is this? Chat, can we get 100 likes? One hundred? The Twitch gist? I think so. They don't move here though. You can try them out. Our GIF maker is not here right now. Yo Richie, he's not here. Maybe he will appear. Chat, what percent did you guys make in that trade, by the way? I forgot to ask. Did anyone make over 1% in that trade? If you made over 10% in that trade, you are crazy, bro, because that was only 10 pips. Or 15 pips. I don't really know if I like this font. All right. I guess no one caught the trade. You know, if there is no audience watching, I'll be talking to myself. What font do I want? All right, chat. Everybody, what percentage did you guys make on today's trade? Damn, these fonts are. Are you going to the gym? How'd you know? How'd you know I was going to the gym? %? Close a bit late. Speaking of closing late, we might get a pop here. Let me get ready for that. Oh shit. Chat, get ready. Get ready. 70 more pips there. So I think we're gonna go with 19. I think stops are like 1700, so 0.06 lot for me. Yeah, stops gonna be 4716, so 1700 pips, a little smaller than the last one, a little smaller, but yeah, you need a pop here, right? You want to see a straight pop up, so almost there. It doesn't have to be perfect too, so just be ready for like 38 even. But yeah, you want to see pops, and then it'll be wick entry sells. Wick entry sells at those areas, so you can set a buy limit or sell limit if you want. I'm just gonna market execute it. If you pull back anywhere before 39, we'll wait for a price to re-break the highs, and we'll move it up towards like 45, 44, and then perhaps even 45, 46. Bro, I don't like the way you trade anymore, but you literally taught me so much. I would forever be grateful, and you always be my goal. Yes, hope you're using commentary and making big bank. Well, why don't you like the way I trade anymore? Tokyo. I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you talk. I hate the way that you trade. What is this pencil? Dog, this how I be looking to you, bro? Oh shit, we're popping. Let's see, can we get a pop? 39? Get ready. One more pop here. You want to see the spreads are kind of wide too, so this is good too for the wick entry sells, which means the sells can be more dominant if you do get the wick entries. You just need one more pop. I think 0.06 lot here, guys, with the stops being 1700. Get ready. One more push. Can we get it? That was close, but that was very close. 27 pips away. Maybe you can still get a top wick here. Please don't be it. Spreads were, you can see the spreads were wide going up too, right? So which means when you come down, it could be a lot harder of a push. That's what I meant by like spreads are kind of wide, so it's a good thing. Let's see, can you get another top wick? It was close there. It's close. 26 pips away. We'll still have the same zones for now. If you get a steeper pullback than that, then we'll move it up again. I think next zone is gonna be like 43 here probably. 43 props. But yeah, right now we have 39 still, 39.96 here. So basically 45, 40 is the zone. What about 45, 48 level? Yeah, I think there's some levels. I got a 46 level. There's some levels on the way up. There's no top wick on this 5 here too. Chat, 2 more likes for 100. Can we get it? Can we get this wick entry? What I have here, this is like 36. Oh yeah, 36 was the one of the original zones. So you gonna laugh now and cry later? If you were truly here, then you'll know that every now and then there will be pullbacks. But God will never give you something you can't handle. Chat, let's get a 39 tap here. Wasn't sure earlier. Buy. Ooh, thank you, man. It is a buy. It was a buy. Let me change that right now real quick. So you broke the highs here again. You couldn't get a pop though. It's still hovering here. I think this is still fine, but I will say if this does pull back here below, where did you make one early here? Yeah, below like here, then we're gonna move it up, I believe, towards 43 next. How far was this? That was like 20 pips, right? It was very close. But yeah, you still want to see that tap. We do have a 30 leg candle where, oh, this one, right? This one, right? So above 46, then you have 5-2. And it is a leg candle. 6-2 will be next then. Six two, 4-3, 4-6. Let's see how much this pulls back here. Still not taking off on either way. Kind of came up 3 times and then came down a couple times too, but hasn't broken out of that range yet. Chat, we got FOMC later, so it could be a double stream here. All right, chat. So yeah, we're gonna be using it's not gonna be 39 here. It's gonna be, oops, it's gonna be 43.33 next. Okay, so yeah, like kind of it's 60 pips away now from that area, but that'll be our next zone. So let this drive up here. I think there could be a chance it can still drive a little higher than here, just because of like the structure you kind of made here. A little bit of structure, so we moved it up a little bit towards 43. Okay, so no wick entry sells at 39. We do have 43. After 43 comes 46. After 46 comes 5-6. After 5-6 comes 6-2, right? So you have some zones on the way up. What's up, Addy? Gonna take a quick run, see you at FOMC. See ya, peace out. Peace out, see you later. Ciao. If you guys want to dip off, man, we'll be here back at we'll be back here at 2, okay? Or I'll probably go live at like 1. What time should I go live later? 1:15? I think 1:15. 1:20. I'll be here for another like 30 minutes probably until the session ends here, but after that, we're gonna probably hop off and then come back in like an hour and a half, something like that, for FOMC, and we'll be here, okay? How many hours is that from now? You gotta know that, man. It's gonna be, I think, 6 hours. No, 4 hours, 3.5 hours actually. 2 p.m. Eastern is gonna be this FOMC, right? So we got some time. We'll be on for 1:15 p.m. Eastern, 1:20 p.m. Eastern. So around that, yeah. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, nothing you don't know. Yeah, I can't play no music. Peace out, Jay. See you later. Yeah, definitely a steeper pullback now. So I think we might have, like, we still got two ideas here, right? So we have ideas for continuation of sells, and then we also have ideas for wick entry sells, because it's a little more bearish now. But buys are still far away, right? Let's see. And also, if we start seeing how, like, we're, let's say we start pushing up, but you start noticing that this push up is a lot stronger than the push down. Like, you see how this took maybe 17 candles to come down. As if this corrects it within like a lot less, like 5 or 6 candles, then that's your 1-2 pop, right? So then therefore direction for the buys could be picking up. And then that's step 1, right? Actually seeing the rejection. Step 2 then would just become waiting for price to hold, right? If price can hold that support zone at like 45.60, as it makes its way back up to break the highs, then GG's, right? That's going to be your buys and your continuation for like 45.82 and whatnot. So a couple things to consider, right? But something we can pay attention to, right? Chat. So I have a 40, I think around between 43 and 46 zone here, right? So let's see if you get a first initial pop, especially above here, that's the first initial break. You can probably look to target into this range here. This is a 56 pip range. All right, one more push and we'll be in there. No pullbacks though, please. One more push, gold. I think same stops and same lots I have here. 0.06 lot. But no pullbacks here would be nice. If you get a pullback, like if you start flipping bearish or coming back below 38, then it might be a moved zone instead. How do you say your strategy works on prop? So I didn't see that question till now, but yeah, it works. You just gotta adjust your lots. The risk is obviously a lot less, right? So you gotta be a bit more patient because there's like a certain limit you can risk on FTMO or on any funded, not FTMO, any funded. So it's doable. It works. It's just there's gonna be limitations with the lots, with how big the stops are. Pento, what's your FTMO at? Did you get back to above? Your Farza, don't make me remove your mod, huh? Oh, here we go. Can we get a pop? Can we get a pop? If it breaks below 38, chat, I'm gonna move the wick entry buy higher than than 45. The next zone is gonna be approximately 5.4. So the leg candle is an issue, like Reggie said. Then there should be some structure going up. All right, so you get pullbacks here. So it's basically that. Chat, what percentage do you guys make today total? Not just my trades, but including like Asian, London, if you took any other trades on your own. What are you guys up for the day pre-FOMC? %. Damn. 500 up. 500 up. 15%. Name a music playlist. Just search up chili hop music on YouTube. Some copyright stuff should pop up. Been selling from 46.09. Oh, so you just stacking the sells basically. Oh, I gotta update the record too, guys. I forgot to do that. 543. Y'all think I should add a pip count total? I mean, I'll do it for tomorrow. Took 2 trades, 0.65% total. That's pretty chill. That's pretty good. I was gonna add a pip count to my YouTube banner, so every day if you catch more pips, the number goes up. It'll be like total free pips given out or something. And it'll show like 6,800 on the stream. Net pips, eh? Net pips too, including the losses. Not just pips gained. Pips gained will probably be, not gonna lie, I think pips gained will probably be double of this. Or at least 10,000. Chat, 10,000 pips on the stream. If you were here for like, let's say 6 years on the stream, 6,000 pips, you're risking 1%. I mean, I don't know the math for that, but some, for sure. This font, yeah, this font's kind of doo-doo, but I was gonna change it earlier. I don't know what to change it to. So it's too boring. No, it's too boring. No, it's the ass. I'll find some. Y'all like this one? To Mr. Beast. Take that, Mr. Beast. Hey man, you don't even try. How you gonna come here and try that? Our mods are on deck. Come on, man. Maybe you said hi or something, but I left it. But damn, just free promo out the gates. You think it'll go higher? Yeah, honestly, that's fair of you to say because you're in the cells. For like a pullback though. Yeah, I think, I don't know, 45, if you break that, then you're looking at 5.4, and above 5.4 looking at 60. And then you have a 4-hour flip too, so yeah, it could be something. We got like another 15 minutes here, and then after that we'll hop off and come back for FOMC, okay? So you gotta get some rest afterwards. Make sure you get some good food in. If you don't have food, then don't worry. We will feed you during FOMC with these pips. So you will be fed regardless today. Peace out, FGT. Take it easy. Nine trades for the month, chat. Or 10 trades for the month, actually. And we're here to play CS2. You took a buy from 33 37? 33 37. Oh, this one right here? Yeah, I think that's a good trade because I think either way you would have got a top wick for here. So you anticipate the buys. What's the point of spamming sell? This is new for you? I don't know. I don't know. I think dudes just spam it for just so they can say they told me so or some shit. I don't know. Play Rust? No, I don't. I don't play Rust, but I play Apex. Apex is making a comeback, huh? What's up, Carlos? What, you just started playing Apex, Ganissa? Or CS? Apex golded though. Apex is like the movement. It's like, it's just like, I don't know. It's like rewarding because it's like you have longer fights. Like COD, I feel like Warzone was just too quick. It's like a mix of Arc Raiders and COD Apex, because you just loot, level up your loot, fight, just chill. All right, looks like you're coming down here. All right, man, I guess shit, that might be it, man. We came close here. It wasn't close enough. Like, we were 29 pips away from a second trade. Would have been nice. I think the first break, if we were to get in, we would have got maybe trail stops, B or something. I don't think it would have been running like this though. I doubt it, because look how much it ranged, right? But yeah, we got one trade today only, 0.30% on that trade. Chat, I'll see you guys later. We'll be here for FOMC later on at 2 p.m. okay? 2 p.m. East. So in about 3 hours and 12 minutes, we'll be here on this stream live. Wait, hold on. I'm coming on at 120, 130. So a little less than that. 2 hours and 30 minutes, something like that. I'll be on again. So I'll be on in soon times, all right? But yeah, if you guys aren't making it for FOMC, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. East. I will be here. All right, chat. Peace out. See y'all later. Thanks for showing up. We are at 112 likes, so can we get 120? 120 for a double stream. I'll see you guys later. All right, everybody. Peace out. Peace.